Hey guys, and welcome to the Japanese Maple fans page. Make sure you smash that like button. Today we're giving you a walkthrough of this greenhouse, Greenhouse 23 here at MrMaple. We're a family mailer business. We ship directly to your doors and we do over 1,000 varieties of Japanese maples. So check us out on mrmaple.com. If you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe over on the MrMaple Show as well, where we put out daily videos all about Japanese maples. Let's get into it. Guys, our greenhouses are full of a lot of Japanese maples. We've got over 1,000 varieties and some really cool species as well. Today I'm gonna hit up some really cool Japanese maples in this greenhouse, and we're gonna talk a little bit about each of these varieties. Guys, let's talk about a few cool trees we got coming up right here. Right here, we got some Johnny's Pink, selection by Harold Johnson. Springtime leaves out as a bright pink. Harold Johnson, he's known for the South for creating heat-tolerant Japanese maples. And this is a spring interest tree. Esfeld would call this in the Corallinum group because it gives you some of that really nice spring color. And guys, this is one that gives you that really nice pink spring color in high heat situations, which is pretty impressive. Coming up through here, we've got Acer japonicum, Otaki, really awesome Acer japonicum selection with those bigger leaves. Definitely a fan favorite because of those unique leaves. But let's talk about some trees we don't talk about much at the MrMaple Show. Right here, I've got Kaisen Nishiki. Now, Kaisen Nishiki it's almost in that Arito Nishiki style family, but it has a little more milky variegation. Look how milky white you're getting on these leaves here, this variegation. That is pretty awesome. Now we're late spring or late summer here, almost fall, a couple weeks from fall. And what you're seeing is probably the least variegation you're gonna see on this tree. But just check that out. More of the chlorophyll is taking over part of the leaf right now, as it's the latest part of the season and it's about to go to fall color. But you still see some really nice creamy colors on Kaisen Nishiki. A little more unusual, a little different one that you don't find frequently in the trade. Guys, here's a really awesome species I love. This is Acer olivaceum, not to be confused with Acer oliveranum. Has a leaf that's kind of similar to Acer oliveranum, but a little more rounded. These are from a tree at the Keith Arboretum that Charles Keith got from Veritrees himself. Now, Acer olivaceum gives an amazing fall colors of yellows, oranges, and reds, just sort of like a calico of colors across the tree all at once. One of the most underrated species from the Zhejiang prefecture of China is N-section palmata, grafts onto Acer palmatum. Really cool, unusual, different. Oh, now I just started to walk by and saw Japanese lanterns putting on full display. Look at those leaves just cupping down. It's one of our selections here at MrMaple. The leaves cup downward, giving that lantern-like effect. And when this thing goes to orange in the fall, it really puts on that full lantern display. It's going to be about 8 to 10 foot, and it'll put out branches that are sort of like horizontal-ish, like sort of semi-pendulous, and then those lanterns just sort of hang off of them. It's pretty awesome, and it's different from what's out there in the trade. That's what we focus on here at MrMaple, is a lot of trees you don't find other places. Coming up over here, guys, this is Hoshizora. Hoshizora is a weeping selection by Kobayashi Momiji in Japan. It's a seedling from Ryusei or Ryusen that they found that they claim has better fall color. It's extremely pendulous, extremely cascading, and you can sort of just let it be a ground cover or stake it up and let it cascade down sort of like Ryusen. Definitely one that we've been growing here at MrMaple and evaluating, trying to figure out how it differs in each and every way from Ryusen. It's definitely got some nice colors on that new growth, which I don't find frequently on Ryusen, giving it a little more sophisticated look. So that's one pretty cool thing about it. Y'all, we love species, we love plants that are not what people typically think. And one of the ones I really like is Acer burgerianum miyasama, also known as Miyasama yatsubusa. This is a dense dwarf Japanese maple that can be very dense and compact in the sunlight. I've seen it in more shaded situations, and sometimes in high heat situations, it'll grow 8 foot and be fairly narrow but very dense. Can be vigorous sometimes out the gate, and then sometimes it'll be really small, dense, and compact. Same selection. I've grafted them and then compared them in the exact same growing environment, and they grow exactly the same, Miyasama and Miyasama yatsubusa. For a while I thought there was a difference between the two, and that one was taller and that one was denser and more compact. They are in fact the same tree. But Miyasama yatsubusa is a Acer burgerianum subspecies formosanum. That gives us that more cartoon-like rounded trident maple leaf shape that is very appealing and is just great for that small garden. I mean, check out those rounded leaves. That red new growth, that is choice. Gives some good color contrast with itself. Guys, an Acer burgerianum you definitely need to have in your Japanese maple garden. Small stature, very durable, and easy to grow. So check out Acer burgerianum Miyasama yatsubusa. Now, if you see this set here, that is Acer palmatum Orion. Now, these came out of our greenhouses down low. They've been growing for a little bit, where they have a little higher heat, a little smaller greenhouse, but the same dense shade. And so this has been a 55% white poly, and you've got greener color tone towards the older growth. If this would have been in more sunlight, you likely would have had a little more red down below, a little more maroon color. Orion is a selection by Dick Wolf and of Red Maple Nursery, same guy who brought us Emperor 1 or Red Emperor. It's a compact witch's broom that, you know, maybe 3 or 4 feet, maybe max up to 5, and almost 6 foot wide. It grows wider than tall. I've got a great cultivar breakdown on this on the MrMaple show on one of our specimens at Buckholtz Nursery. I love the new growth colors on Orion. I mean, check out those new growth flushes right now. Again, grabbing your interest with that brighter pink color. And I will tell you that the camera can't capture exactly what my eyes do here. These are very bright and intense on this new growth flush. Very beautiful, great for small places. Now, the thing that makes Orion special is you get some yellows to oranges in the fall on this. Very stark difference from this red color you're seeing right now with Orion. Now we're coming up to another decent set. And let's get a close-up. And this is a sessilifolium angel feather leaf structure Japanese maple. Now, if we're looking here, and I'll show you right here, we actually have each lobe has its own leaf stem. This is one leaf right here. Right here is one leaf on the lower side and one leaf on the upper side. But each lobe has its own leaf stem, making each lobe look like an individual leaf. It's an angel feather Japanese maple. The particular name on this one is Hanezu Hagoromo, also known as the orange Hagoromo. And in the springtime, you get some really nice orange color. I'm starting to see that on the new growth right here a little bit right now. So you get some of that orange color you're seeing there. But it's really known for, when you give it some sunlight, having some nice yellow color. So this is a nice yellow, and unlike many of the other angel feather Japanese maples, Hanezu Hagoromo has a really shrub-like stature, where many of the other types will make a larger upright tree. This particular selection will be 6 foot tall, 6 to 8 foot wide in 10 years, making it very shrub-like, and yellow. And that yellow color gives you a lot of contrast out there in the landscape. And those unique leaves give a really soft fill out in the garden as well. So take advantage of this one, use it, give that color contrast, give that texture. And Hanezu Hagoromo is a beautiful selection to add to anyone's garden. And we're coming up on one of my favorite Japanese maples. And here we have it as well. We've got Acer palmatum, Lillian's Jewel. Now, Lillian's Jewel has some just amazing pink on red variegation. I mean, check that out right there. That is awesome. There aren't many that are this stable. This one consistently throws the exact same variegation without reversion. I shouldn't say the exact same because every leaf is different. But cherry red on maroon. In the shade, you can get a little bit of green and sometimes cream colors on it, and a little more shade. But sunlight will really bring out that pink on red, which makes this tree just be one of the most flashy trees in the landscape and garden. Found by our friend Jonathan Savlich. His grandpa was Del Laux, who introduced so many great trees like Emerald Lace, Benihoshi Ruby Stars, Akikawa Hime. I mean, the list goes on for them. But this particular selection is one of my favorite. It gives a lot of flair out in the landscape, and it was named after Jonathan Savlich's daughter, Lillian. And Lillian is the correct name on it, Lillian's Jewel. Some people in Europe have started calling this tree Extravaganza. The original name on this is Lillian's Jewel, and the people who find the tree have to be the people who get to name it. So that's what we got here on today's walkthrough. Y'all, I appreciate y'all jumping in. Make sure you like, subscribe. Find us over on the Mr. Maple Show. And as always, remember to shop with us on mrmaple.com. We're a family mail order business. We ship anywhere in the continental United States. And we love Japanese maples, y'all. If you love Japanese maples, make sure you're subscribed here on the Japanese Maple fans page for our weekly walkthroughs. But also make sure you're subscribed over on the Mr. Maple Show for our daily content all about Japanese maples. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.